Hello, everybody. Harry here to talk about the House Oversight Committee, or maybe you could call it Undersight Committee, under the leadership of the Republicans in the person of James Comer. So two somewhat scandalous revelations come our way in the last few days. So the first is Mazars, remember, the accounting firm that was subpoenaed by many entities, including Congress, to give over all of Trump's financial records. Okay, so it'd be one thing if the House Republican Oversight Committee no longer made this a priority. But they actually, on the QT, it appears, told Mazars, you know what? Yeah, forget about it. We don't need any Trump stuff anymore. And did it in coordination with Trump, which is really number one thing you don't do from the playbook. There's someone who's being investigated. You cuddle up with him and let them know not to continue to cooperate with a pending subpoena. And so what happened is Trump's lawyer reaches out twice to Mazars and says this big pending subpoena, these rolling records that you're giving, which have included some very inculpatory information, don't do it anymore. I have it on good authority from the acting general counsel, the new Republican counsel in town, that they don't want to see it anymore. They don't want to pursue it. Okay, maybe they don't want to pursue the investigation to literally put a stop on a subpoena, but then do it on the QT through Trump's counsel, reveals a level of being connected at the hip, or you might say bedfellows, that's just improper. It doesn't matter who the party is. Someone's being the subject of investigation, and the new guys come in and put the word out to the actual person, that they can put the word out to the accounting firm. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Jamie Raskin, who is on the committee, or remains in Congress, called them out with a letter saying, what the hell here? And why was this done on the QT? And Raskin's letter had another point. So it looks like Comer also on the QT, and in particular, without giving the standard notice to the minority about what's going on. And let me take a step back and say, my understanding is, of course, they were investigating different things, but the Democrats played by the rules. So this is just, as if something's wrong or you want to cover up what they're doing. But Comer put out a subpoena for 14 years, literally, of records for, you can guess it, Hunter Biden. So it goes well beyond his laptop, well beyond anything that might reveal improper or any kind of influence peddling in China. Anything that he's been accused of to date, which to date anyway hasn't come to fruition. Remember, he continues to be investigated since the beginning of the Biden administration and before by a holdover Trump U.S. attorney in Delaware. So they're certainly trying to dredge up everything they can, but at least it's been focused on some vague idea of the laptop and particular efforts involving business interests in China. This is just a private citizen who they've just said, give us 14 years on anything and everything. The subpoena goes out, I think, to a bank interest. It's all financial records, and it goes out to Bank of America, credit card bills, restaurants, movies, anything he's done in 14 years. And what is the possible justification for this harassment of a private citizen? There isn't one. So, it is, I think, just an abuse of government power. And the phrase fishing expedition is overused in these contexts because government investigators have a right to cast a wide net, but to cast a wide net in the context of specific concrete things they are looking at. So maybe everything having to do with China or whatever. This is just, what can we find that we can possibly make trouble with for, again, a private citizen? So let's say they find something, that's that looks suspect, or off track gambling or whatever. There's not the slightest suggestion that would have anything to do with the president. So that would only be an effort, just this, complete casting a net over his whole last 15 years for this luckless guy, to find something to embarrass him. And then it might potentially, people would associate that in the public eye with Biden himself, even though it would have nothing to do with it. It's an abuse of government power. All right, so there you go. The House Oversight Committee under the Republicans and Jim Comer doing anything and everything to find out about Hunter Biden, and also quietly putting the kibosh on all the records of Trump with his accounting firm. That's where you have it. That's, elections have consequences, as it were. All right, we'll see what comes up next from the Oversight Committee and what they try to dredge up with Hunter Biden. So far, really nothing there, right? But, obviously the effort goes on and no hole is too dry or too deep to keep digging in. That's the story for now on the Oversight Committee. I will be reporting more, but until then, talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.